Hey everyone, it's Robin DeGroot with TLC, Truth, Love, Creativity. This video today is about rebels, being a rebel, rebels in history, and products and companies that are working towards that right now. So I brought my drink that I have been mostly having every morning, and this cup, this mug that I got from my sister for Christmas one year, is Gustav Klimt's painting, The Kiss. I've also loved Gustav Klimt and Rodin for many years, and I got to see a show in San Francisco, and they were together because they are historical rebels in the art world. And I've always loved them as icons who I emulate for things like sculpture and painting. So I'm probably a bit more of a painter like some of the Dutch painters, and a little bit more where it's larger and a little more abstract. But I also have a very detailed, accurate, lifelike drawing history and background. So I do love the detail that Klimt puts into a lot of his work. And I wanted to let you know what I make my drink out of most mornings. These are some companies that I've been using and enjoying. I take some decaf coffee from Melaleuca, usually about a tablespoon, kind of a heaping tablespoon in my coffee maker. And then I make it pretty watered down, so it's like 2 or 3 cups in that teaspoon. And then I mix it with a tablespoon of the Best Fat Fuel from It Works. And this is a chocolate powder with erythritol, some coconut oil, sunflower oil, avocado oil, and collagen, and MCT oil. And I put a tiny bit, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of this Wholesome's mixture of stevia and erythritol. And then I put in a tablespoon of heavy cream. And then I mix it all together and I get this big 2-cup version of, it's probably almost 2.5 cups of my morning drink. I don't have it every day, but I have it often. And I think that little bit of caffeine, whatever maybe remains in chocolate and in decaf, is okay with me. Otherwise, I try not to have too much caffeine. And part of it is to save my adrenals, because my adrenals have been overused for 25 years when I had Cushing's disease. And now I like to be good to them and have sound sleep and deep sleep. And I will have issues if I have too much caffeine now. Now this is a company that goes along with this video being rebels, and this ice cream company, Rebel, has just come out with a ice cream sandwich. And it's a lot like It's It in California, except maybe a little bit smaller. So here's one. This is the double chocolate cookie with the vanilla mint ice cream inside. So it's slightly smaller than It's It, but not a whole lot. And their ice cream is made with cream, heavy cream, and erythritol sweetener mixed with some stevia, allulose, and things that make it a sugar or a sweetener that does not process with insulin the same way. So that's why these sweeteners have this effect that they're not metabolizing the same way that sugar needs to. And that can be helpful when you're following a keto diet. And a keto diet is mostly to be a fat burner instead of a carbohydrate and sugar burner. So when you keep the sugars low in this idea and have the fats higher in their sweets, then you will be keeping that ketosis stream if possible. And these are treats that you can buy. I actually ordered this case because we would have to notify lots of grocery stores to ask them to carry it. Eventually, Rebel is now, the pints are in Whole Foods, and in California, they're in Nob Hill. Here they're in Whole Foods, and Sprouts has Enlightened, which I also like, and they had started their ice cream with lower sugar a long time ago. Now they have keto line, so it's higher fat, and again, the erythritol and stevia. And that ice cream bar is quite delicious. That one is the dark chocolate almond covered. So, yes, these are all treats, and I'm not suggesting you always eat treats. I actually made my own, I make my own baked goods, so where is that one? That's a good question, but I brought some of these out too. And I'm baking all the time with almond flour, and if you can't have almond flour, then you can look at different nuts and things as the flours. But I do like to bake, and I've mostly changed my baking over the years to be keto because I like to have snacks when I want to. I try not to deprive myself anymore because I had so many years of extreme deprivation of certain food groups. So I do like that with the keto diet, I can eat some rich foods that are foods I've always enjoyed. And having not had commercial cow's milk most of my life now, I can actually have the cream and it seems to be okay. And if you have a raw cream, which they do have at Sprouts here, that's even better because now the enzymes are in with the milk, whether it's cow's milk or goat's milk, which goat's milk I often had in my growing up years, but it was a raw goat's milk, which helped even more. But the enzymes being in it helps you digest it a lot better, and then some milk products can be even more beneficial for you. So over the years, I learned that fats can be very helpful and very healthy. And I think that's why this company called Rebel called themselves Rebel, because there had to be a taking back of fats not being the enemy. And if you understand where this eating plan comes from and where it's mostly getting all the theories of the macros, then you will understand that the healthy fats are necessary and they can help you become a fat burner, which is actually much more efficient and can help your body to do a lot of healing. If you can get into ketosis, that actually helps quite a bit. If you've had any kind of neurological immune damage, and getting some kind of healthy fats on the brain is hugely helpful, as well as oxygen. That's another thing I wanted to mention that I've learned about recently is hyperbaric oxygen. So if you're someone with MS or any kind of autoimmune disorders, seek out a hyperbaric oxygen offering near you and see if you can get some sessions, either the light mode or else a more intense mode. And it's supposed to have a lot of healing help because it is forcing more oxygen into the cells when you're in that chamber. And it's not a chamber, it's more like a tent, so it's not too scary. I think you can lay down, you can sleep, you could read, you could do all kinds of things for the half hour or the time frame that you're in it. And I'm definitely suggesting it to people. I do know some people in my extended family with some autoimmune conditions, and I hope that they can find some of those solutions. And I'm actually getting more into the frequency health realm. So I did learn about the Healy device. So I'm going to be getting that and then working with that with my health programs for people. And I'm very excited. I do think quantum frequency medicine, frequency healing and health is the future. It's always been important. Everything is made of vibrational frequencies, and if we can work with that energy, then I think it could be super helpful. And the same goes for homeopathy. So homeopathy is also a frequency-based practice, and the dilutions are so minute that it becomes a frequency-based product. And it's also a like versus like technology, so that can be helpful to build strength and immunity against things as well. So homeoprophylaxis, that's a pretty exciting area of health building. And if you can find a practitioner who does that, that's also really exciting. So I hope you all have an awesome week ahead and weekend. And in the US, it's going to be Thanksgiving. So I hope you're finding a way to enjoy people you know and love, family, friends, maybe distance, virtual, small gatherings, outside, I don't know. I hope you all have a very enriching and awesome Thanksgiving. And I think it's super important to have this idea of gratitude right now, because staying happy, staying healthy, staying grateful, these things will continue to keep us all strong in a holistic way, body, mind, and spirit. And remember that there's so much good out there, that the universe is here to help us, and it conspires in our favor if we connect with it. So it is always good to remember to be mindful, to put that out there, that you are, if you need help, then pray, then do your meditation, do your process that actually makes you feel like you are connecting to a higher source, and you'll remember that you're a spiritual being at the base of everything that continues on. And that as hard as everything is right now, this is part of our learning, this is part of our journey of lessons and evolution. And I hope that you make good decisions and that you can become conscious and aware of what things might just be a little bit propaganda and what might be truth for you, for people, for human beings, for societies. And keep in mind this rebellious theme, because rebels throughout time have actually saved numerous people and really helped to remind people of the light, of the goodness in each of us, and how that connection is always eternally important. So remember to connect with those you love and care for, and really keep all of that front and center with whatever's going on right now. So don't lose touch, stay in touch, and find communities that are supportive of your goals, and don't let any big entity tell you that you're wrong for trying to be yourself, for trying to be your individual, and for trying to connect with others and be loving. So I hope you all have a great day, great week, great Thanksgiving. And if you would like to connect with me for any kind of reading, for any kind of good suggestions about your own journey, for someone you love, for a child, for what's up and coming for me and how I might be able to help you or refer you to anyone else, then shoot me an email. So far, my email is still good, robin@robinmdgroot. And I've also created a new email, which it might migrate to, and that's robinm@robinmdgroot. So those are always the options, and I wish you all a great day.